In Mystic Falls, you never know what to expect. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between the Vampire Diaries books and TV series.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at all the ways that the CW supernatural drama differs from its source material. Number 10. Elena and Katherine's relationship.
Katherine.
No, I'm Elena.
One of the major plot points in this series is the striking similarity between Katherine and Elena. In both the books and the show, they are doppelgangers, but their physical appearances are explained differently in each medium.
How is this possible? How do we look exactly alike?
In the books, we find out that Katherine and Elena are actually half-sisters who share the same mother. In the show, however, viewers eventually discover that Elena is actually a descendant of Katherine's. We kind of wish that they had stuck closer to the book storyline in this regard, as the half-sister angle definitely adds to the intrigue and drama.
You have everything, and it's not because you're a good little girl who deserves happiness. It's because you stole mine.
Number 9. Stefan drinks human blood in the books. On the show, Stefan sets himself apart from other vampires by refusing to damage human life by drinking blood, except for a couple of rare occasions when he literally can't help himself. He's a vegetarian who enjoys animal blood instead.
Hey. Get some bunny in ya?
Yeah, feeling much better, thank you.
In the book, he basically follows the same principle, but there's one major exception. He often shares Elena's blood, which is done in an intimate way and is quite different from normal feeding.
It's you and me, Stefan. Always.
In the show, he's fed on her a couple of times, but only for very specific reasons. Despite him sharing more regularly in the books, he's still weaker than Damon because, for the most part, he's only consuming the blood of animals, just like on the show.
I don't get it. You know, you don't have to kill to survive. That's what blood banks are for. I haven't hunted a human in, God, way too long.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Number 8. There are other types of supernatural beings in the books.
In tenebras radimus infinitum.
While we meet plenty of supernatural characters in the show, there are even more in the books that never get any screen time.
You're not healing.
I'm not a hybrid anymore.
For example, in the show, Bonnie Bennett is a witch, but in the books, Bonnie McCullough is considered not only that, but also a Celtic druidess, an inheritance she can trace back through her family.
Come on, guys, we don't have much time. Grab my hand.
Perhaps more importantly, however, there are angels in the books, otherwise known as guardians, who are never mentioned on the show. The spirits could possibly be seen as the equivalent in the TV series, but the two entities are quite different.
What is that?
The spirits of the witches who died here. You can feel them.
Number 7. Elena's siblings.
God, you gotta be kidding me.
What is it?
My brother.
The drunk one?
That would be the one, excuse me.
Fans of the book probably recall that Elena had a younger sister, Margaret, who was a human/angel hybrid. Some may have been disappointed, however, when she never appeared on the show, and instead was replaced by a brand new character, Elena's adoptive brother Jeremy, who is also her biological cousin.
Jer. Are you okay?
I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Jeremy was a major player on the show who had a huge role in the storyline for much of the series, including having a relationship with Bonnie. As you can imagine, this definitely changed the family dynamic quite a bit.
Take care of Elena.
No! No, don't you dare hang up on me.
I love you.
Bonnie, don't you dare.
Number 6. Elena's friends.
I predict this year is going to be kick-ass. And I predict all the sad and dark times are over and you are going to be beyond happy.
In the books, Meredith Sulez and Bonnie are two of Elena's best friends, and both have pretty major roles to play. When the show started, though, book fans were surprised to find that Meredith was completely missing.
Elena, oh my God, how are you? Oh, it's so good to see you. How is she? Is she good?
They introduce a character named Meredith Fell in Season 3, who shares some similarities with her book counterpart, including having a relationship with Alaric Saltzman, but she's still quite different in terms of overall characterization.
You're trying to get out of taking me to dinner, aren't you?
I just want to be honest. No secrets.
While Bonnie is of course on the show, her character's appearance is totally different, being described in the book as being short with red hair and naturally translucent skin.
I leave town for the summer and everything goes to hell for the both of you.
Number 5. Immortals had more abilities in the books. Though vampires are obviously very powerful in the Vampire Diaries TV show, some of their abilities are expanded upon even further in the novels.
How come you don't sparkle?
Because I live in the real world where vampires burn in the sun.
Yeah, but you go in the sun.
I have a ring. Protects me.
In particular, their telepathic abilities are more extensive in the books than on the show, with vampires being able to read minds as well as communicate with one another without speaking. In the series, the vampires do have mind compulsion, though that could potentially be blocked.
Please take me.
You should come to the founders party with me.
Not if you're wearing that dress.
In the books, they also have the ability to transform into animals, which isn't really touched upon much in the show. Number 4. Caroline and Elena's relationship.
You're just being a good friend. In your own way.
It might surprise you to find out that in the books, rather than being friends, or okay, maybe frenemies, Caroline and Elena are actually straight up enemies. They're in a sort of competition for who can be the most popular girl in school, and Caroline even steals Elena's diary, even threatening to tell everyone about Stefan.
What's the rush? Why are you hurrying to get to a relationship that'll never work?
In the books, she and Elena used to be good friends when they were younger, but their relationship has completely devolved. Seeing how close these two become on the show, it's almost impossible to believe that their relationship took such a different path in the source material.
I'm really glad that you're here. I'm really glad you're here too.
Number 3. Bonnie and Damon are a couple in the books.
You tried to kill me.
But I didn't, and if I wanted to, I would have. Does that not count for anything?
If you've only ever seen the TV show, you know that Elena and Damon are totally endgame. But in the books, there's actually someone else competing for his affections, and it's not who you would expect.
I need a minute.
Just jam the witch locator, bat signal, whatever, and get on with it, Bonnie.
In the novel series, Bonnie and Damon have quite the complicated relationship, and might even be soulmates, though it hasn't been proven. Their relationship starts off as a contentious one, just like on the show, but rather than remaining good friends, their partnership develops into something more.
I'm sure there are a million people we'd both rather be with right now. But
Couple thousand at most.
Despite this deep connection, they can't truly be together for a variety of reasons, including Elena. Also in the books, Bonnie dated Matt.
When Bonnie Bennett has a hunch, you don't ignore it.
Number 2. Elena is blonde in the books, and her personality is different. The most obvious change that the creators of the show made when casting for Elena was picking actress Nina Dobrev, who has dark hair.
you're not listening to me, Damon. I don't want to be saved. Not if it means that Glass is gonna kill every single person that I love.
In the books, Elena is blonde and fair with blue eyes, so fans of the books were pretty shocked when they saw the first episode. More importantly though, Elena's personality does a complete 180 from the books.
I like you now. Just the way you are.
In the novels, Elena isn't nearly as likable of a protagonist, often acting mean and selfish or occasionally even shallow. On the show, she's extremely sympathetic and relatable, always doing things for others and displaying compassion on many occasions.
I can't, Caroline. If I admitted it, if I even let the thought in for just a second, what does that say about me?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
It's kind of creepy that you're out here in the middle of nowhere.
You're one to talk. You're out here all by yourself.
It's Mystic Falls. Nothing bad ever happens here. What about you, Matt Donovan? I heard about Caroline.
Ah, man, not you two.
Last spring, my parents' car drove off of a bridge into the lake, and I was in the back seat and I survived, but They didn't.
I'm meeting Bonnie at the Grove.
Okay, have fun. Wait, I got this. Don't stay out late. It's a school night.
Well done, Aunt Jenna.
Number 1. In the books, Elena winds up with Stefan in the end. Really, the Vampire Diaries is just one big love triangle, with fans returning episode after episode and season after season to see which of the two Salvatore brothers Elena would finally choose.
I love him, Damon.
The interesting thing, though, is that the outcome is different in the novels and the show. In The Hunter's Destiny Rising, Elena picks Stefan, her soulmate, to be with forever.
I never thought I would ever be happy again, and then I met you. You changed everything for me. And you quite literally saved my life.
But anyone who has seen the show knows that things end totally differently, with Elena marrying Damon and eventually ending up in the afterlife with him.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.